Brother, your words have left a lasting impression on all of us. Yours is an illustrious personality, and we look forward for your continued and remarkable support in the coming times as well.
No program is complete without felicitating the people who made it possible in the first place. We have all seen a determined potter spending hours and hours working on his masterpiece without stopping or hesitating for even a second, haven't we? By the same manner, various tireless personalities have helped our school become a reality. The very existence of St.Montfort School, Bhopal would have been inconceivable without them. They are the reason why our school is one of the best schools in Bhopal, and we can never thank them enough for the indefatigable efforts they've put into this masterpiece. But we sure can appreciate them by handing these tokens of appreciation to them, which are the rewards that they very well deserve. It's as they say, gratitude is not only the greatest of all virtues, it's the parent of all others. Yes, I am talking about the founders, principals, sisters, coordinators, and teachers of St.Montfort School, Bhopal. Felicitating them for all they've done is our privilege. To add glory to this occasion, we are highly obliged to His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Alangaram Arokya Sebastian Durai for his boundless blessings upon us. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, he isn't here with us today. But we are grateful to him for sharing his best wishes with us on this auspicious occasion of Yasharjan. I would like to request Samta Chavla ma'am to kindly read it out for us on his behalf.
Sincere gesture, I feel privileged to read this message from His Grace, Reverend Dr. Sebastian Durai SVD, Archbishop of Bhopal. I am delighted to know that St.Montfort Senior Secondary School is celebrating its Silver Jubilee. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate and extend my warm wishes to the principal, teachers, staff, and students for your contribution in the field of education in the past 25 years. It is my honor to write a few lines about this prestigious educational institution as the bells of the Silver Jubilee resounds in the ears of everyone who is related to this school as beneficiaries, supporters, collaborators, and friends. I congratulate Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel, principal, manager, teachers, and staff for your dedicated service. I wish to thank Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel for your support and help in the field of education to form the young generation for a better world. Your service to the humanity is so immense, and through your service you have sown gospel values to many people. May God continue to assist in your education ministry and bless all your initiatives. My wish on this occasion is that the students may imbibe the values laid down by this institution as they journey ahead. With best of wishes and praise, yours in the divine word, Most Reverend Dr. A.A.S. Durai SVD, Archbishop of Bhopal.
Thank you, His Grace Dr. Sebastian Durai for your gracious message, and thank you, ma'am. We have a very inspiring personality amidst us today. His Grace Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, Archbishop Emeritus of Bhopal, we are profusely elated to take the opportunity to thank you for blessing our Montfortian family. I'd like to request Reverend Brother James Ikka to felicitate His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio with a shawl and a memento for his prayers and devout blessings upon our Montfortian family. I'd like to request the audience to acknowledge his presence with a huge round of applause. Your presence has truly sanctified the entire campus of our school.
I request His Grace Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, Archbishop Emeritus Bhopal, to kindly accord Reverend Brother James Ikka, Provincial Superior, Delhi Province. I also request Reverend Brother James Ikka to kindly take blessings from His Grace Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio. Brother Brother James Ikka has been the Provincial Superior since 2016 of the Montfort Brothers of St. Gabriel Province of Delhi, and we are very thankful to him from the bottom of our heart for his undulating support and guidance towards Montfort family.
And respect, I request Reverend Father Davis Violin, CMI Parish Priest Bhopal, to kindly come forward and accept the token of remembrance from Reverend Brother James Ikka. Reverend Father, you have always led and guided our school onto the right path with your spiritual guidance. We are more than delighted to have your blessings upon us. Felicitate our ebullient and resolute personalities of Montfort Brothers, under whose untiring and visionary ideas we have immensely reached the heights of excellence. Hail to Montfort Brothers, as the entire society is indebted to them.
Now, I would like to mention about Reverend Brother Emmanuel PJ's contribution. Reverend Brother Emmanuel has rendered his service to our institute from 1989 to 1992 as a provincial superior. Since 2015, he is rendering his services at St. Gabriel School, Jubilee. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, he couldn't join us today.
I would also like to highlight the contributions of Reverend Brother Philip Thadatil, who has not only guided us as the Provincial Superior from 1992 to 1998, but also served our institute as the first principal and was the torchbearer at the initial stages of our institution from 1997 to 1998. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, he is not able to come today for this event, but his services for our school are worth to be praised. Brother, you have been the first brick of this foundation, an amazing visionary, the founder and the pioneer.
Moving further, I would like to specify the contributions of Reverend Brother Jos Thotil, who has guided us as Provincial Superior from 1989 to 2004. He is working in various capacities for the well-being of society, among which notable is as Vicar General from 2006 to 12 in Rome, Italy. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, we couldn't have him today. Brother, we miss your presence.
Now, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of Reverend Brother Joy Joseph for dedicating his services as the Provincial Superior from 2004 to 2010. Presently, Brother is the principal at the St. Gabriel's Higher Secondary School, Jabalpur. Undeniably, it's difficult to conceal your worth and your input in augmenting the tempo of progression of Association of St. Gabriel's. Due to some important commitments, he is unable to join us today. Let's put our hands together for his priceless contributions.
We feel privileged to mention about our most reverend Brother Mani Vijay, who has been the Provincial Superior from 2010 to 16 and also the principal of this institute from 2002 to 3. Due to some unavoidable circumstances, we couldn't have him amidst us. It is a great honor for Montfortians to be under his privileged guidance, as he helped our school to grow from a sapling to a tree. He owes the credit of coining the concept of starting the Hindi medium wing in St.Montfort School, Bhopal. Brother, we miss your presence. Kindly accept our love in a form of applause.
Principals are the vectors who direct an institute towards success. They provide their unfaltering support to staff and students and are the keystone for an institute's achievements. With these thoughts in our mind and in our feelings, we would like to mention the contributions of our illustrious ex-principals of the prestigious institute. To begin with, we would like to mention the contribution of Mr. Joseph Stephen, who had been the principal from 1998 to 2002. But today, due to some emergency, he is not amidst us. So through a huge round of applause, we would like to show our gratitude towards him. Now I humbly request Reverend Brother Syriac NT to please come up on the stage. And I also request His Grace, Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, to kindly honor Reverend Brother Syriac NT. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause. You dedicated your services from 2003 to 2008 and has given significant contribution to the head start of Hindi medium wing. Presently, brother is the principal of St. Francis School, Jahangirabad, Bhopal. Your leadership has really pushed our institute forward and helped it become a true temple of knowledge. Brother, you acted as a beacon of light and guided the Montfort family towards the right direction. Thank you, brother. We are ardently happy to have you amidst us. Moving further, I wholeheartedly call upon Reverend Brother Thambi Alex amidst a huge round of applause. I also request His Grace, Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, to acknowledge his contributions. A mentor, a counselor, and a fatherly figure to many. Words are too trivial to describe the love we have for you. You've been the principal of St.Montfort School, Bhopal from 2008 to 18. Presently, rendering your valuable services as the principal, Montfort School, Delhi. Brother, your contribution toward Montfort School, Bhopal is worth noting, whether it's related to infrastructural developments or digitization of classrooms. Brother, you're inarguably a dynamic personality. Thank you, brother. Now, I would like to request Reverend Brother Joseph Gabriel to come up on the stage, and I also request His Grace, Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, to kindly felicitate him for his stupendous services as an administrator from 1st April 1997 to 30th November 1997. Thank you, brother. Your presence has made this evening even more delightful. Let's welcome him amidst a huge round of applause. He provided his stupendous services as an administrator from 1st April 1997 to 30th November 1997. Let's give a huge round of applause.
Continuing further with the felicitation ceremony, I request Reverend Father Justin Akara, Provincial Superior, CMI, Provincial House, Bhopal, to come up on the stage. I also request Reverend Brother Monachan, Principal St.Montfort School, Bhopal, to felicitate Father for his constant spiritual empowerment to the Montfort brothers and entire Montfortian family. Let's welcome Father Justin Akara with a huge round of applause. I request Reverend Brother Monachan to kindly felicitate Father for his constant spiritual empowerment to the Montfort brothers and the entire Montfortian family and regularly contributing daily prayers for the Institute. We request you all to welcome him with a huge round of applause. We are grateful to you for your worthy presence and giving us a chance to stand with you today. Now, request Reverend Sister Prabha, Provincial Superior, FCC, Congregation, Amla Province, Bhopal, to come up on the stage. I also request Reverend Brother Monachan to kindly felicitate Sister Prabha for the precious coordination with St.Montfort School, Bhopal. Let's welcome her amidst a huge round of applause. We are very grateful for your presence, Sister. We are grateful to her for always sending her eminent sisters as teachers to our school. Let's give her a huge round of applause. It's now time to call Reverend Sister Genova, Provincial Superior, Congregations of Sisters of St. Francis of Assisi, Bhopal, onto the stage for receiving the honor. Once again, I humbly request Reverend Brother Monachan to kindly felicitate Sister Genova. Due to some emergency, she is not amidst us today. So please thank her with a huge round of applause. It's a matter of great pride to invite Reverend Sister Vandana Prioress, Benedictine Sisters of St. Leoba, OSB Bhopal, onto the stage. I request Reverend Brother Monachan to kindly give away the token of gratitude to her as they always facilitate us by giving away their services to our group of schools and also whenever medical support is required. Let's welcome him amidst a huge round of applause. She has always facilitated us by giving away their services to our group of schools and also whenever medical support is required. Thank you so much, sister, and we are solemnly honored to have you as our guest today on this auspicious occasion of St.Montfort School, Bhopal. Now, I would like to acknowledge the significant contribution of Reverend Sister Karuna, Superior General Sisters for the Visitation of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Kottayam, Kerala, who could not join us today due to some inevitable circumstances. We thank you for always being there with us and also supporting our primary wing by sending your sisters as headmistress and teaching faculty for our school.
An educational institution is like a complex machinery, working constantly. An integral care required to keep this machine in working are the headmistress. They are considered as the strong pillars of administration, helping further in cause of excellence. Believing this, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of Reverend Sister Lizu Maria OSF Headmistress from 1997 to 1999 as the first headmistress of our school. Due to prevailing pandemic condition, she could not be part of this gathering, but let's appreciate her effort with huge round of applause. Now, I kindly request Reverend Sister Archana to proceed further onto the stage. Let's give a huge round of applause for her. Sister, your presence today added more joy to our occasion of Silver Jubilee. I would like to specify that she had been the headmistress from September 2005 to May 2011 and the only person from OSF congregation to complete the tenure of 6 years. Sister, we are thankful to you for your stewardship under which the school has grown manifold in all the areas. Sister, you made the St.Montfort School a worthwhile locale by planting pristine stars, thus adding credibility to our alma mater. Let's give a huge round of applause for her. Now, it's a great privilege to quote up the contribution of Reverend Sister Helen. She had been the headmistress from June 2011 to April 2014. But today, she couldn't be part of this gathering due to some unavoidable circumstances. We are grateful to her for her endeavor to make this school excel and touch great heights of achievements. Now, with great honor and respect, I request Reverend Sister Kripa to be onto the stage. Reverend Brother Monachan K.K, Principal St.Montfort School, Bhopal, to felicitate her for her indescribable support to the school. She had been the headmistress from June 2014 to March 2019. Sister, we are chuffed to have you, as under your management the school flourished victoriously further. Thank you, sister, for your service to the school. Moving further, I am extremely sorrow-stricken to share the news of untimely demise of our Reverend Sister Christie. She left for the heavenly abode on the 27th Jan morning. May her soul rest in peace. Reverend Sister Christie was the headmistress from 2019 to 2021. We are very thankful for her service which she has rendered. Sister, your cheerful and smiling face, your efforts and contribution to this institution is unforgettable and can't be indemnified. Entire Montfortian family is in grief and will be missing your presence.
Now I request Reverend James K.K to kindly come forward to continue with the felicitation ceremony. We consider it as an honor conferred on us to felicitate the senior-most teacher, Mrs. Meenakshi Sharma, the most noble of all, our role model, who in the pursuit of her duty has dedicated 23 years of her life, shaping destiny of many students, nurturing multitudes like a mother. So I request Reverend James K.K to kindly felicitate our dear Meenakshi Sharma ma'am for her ardent support. We love you, ma'am. Give a huge round of applause for ma'am.
आज हम अत्यंत प्रसन्नता के साथ आदरणीय ब्रदर जेम्स इक्का जी से निवेदन करते हैं कि वह हमारे प्रमोद भैया का सम्मान करें। हम प्रमोद भैया से निवेदन करते हैं कि वह मंच पर पधारें। प्रमोद भैया ने विगत 25 वर्षों में विद्यालय की पूर्ण निष्ठा से सेवा की और विद्यालय हित के लिए सभी नियमों का पालन किया। विद्यालय के इतिहास में यह बात हमारे लिए गर्व का विषय है कि प्रमोद भैया की उपस्थिति हमेशा 100% रही है। सन 1997 से विद्यालय में उन्होंने अपनी सेवाएं आरंभ की और तब से लेकर आज तक उन्होंने कभी भी अवकाश नहीं लिया। यह सभी के लिए आसान व सरल बात नहीं है। हम उपस्थित जन समूह से निवेदन करते हैं कि जोरदार तालियों के साथ हमारे प्रमोद भैया का सम्मान करें, जिनकी निष्ठा सभी के लिए अनुकरणीय है।
Schools are not just brick and mortar structures, they are centers of lifetime learning. And the most important are teachers, the key pillars to any bursting institution. When it comes to our Montfort School, we do have many venerable teachers to be admired for their significant contribution in the upbringing of our neonate Montfort to a prodigious end. Hence, I request Reverend Sister Francie OSF to come up onto the stage, and I would like to request Reverend Father Davis Varelian to felicitate our charming gardeners who made Montfort and Montfortians blossom. I would like to thank Reverend Sister Francie for a valuable contribution from 1997 to 1998 as an excellent teacher known for fostering optimism and confidence. Thank you, sister, for your benign presence. Next, I would like to highlight the dedication of Reverend Sister Pushpa Maria, FCC, for commendable contribution during 1997 to 2000 as a teacher, which was remarkably inspiring and astounding. But due to some prior engagements, she could not be the part of the celebration. Rarely does someone get to influence a person's life in a positive way for a lifetime. But the teacher can. These traits are distinctly obvious when we cite up the name of our Reverend Sister Smitha FCC for a worthy contribution for a span of 2 years, that is, from 1997 to 1999. But due to the prevailing conditions, she couldn't join her. Sister, we are really missing your presence.
With great respect, I request Mrs. Charlie Sam to kindly come up to the stage. I also request Reverend Father Davis Varelian to kindly felicitate her on behalf of the Montfortian family. She has helped the students of St.Montfort School, Bhopal rise to the top from the year 1997 till 2004 and swore to always help them. Let's hear it for Mrs. Charlie Sam. Now I invite Mrs. Amrita Tiwari onto the stage. Let's welcome her amidst a huge round of applause. We'd also like to appreciate Mr. Roop Kumar Moses, who worked for the tenure of 5 years from 1997 to 2002, always stood as a pillar of support for his students and always helped them overcome their problems and doubts. Due to some prior engagements, he could not be a part of today's celebration. Let's put our hands together for his dedicated services. Next, we'd like to highlight the contributions of Mrs. Shaima Sukumaran, who worked for the tenure of 3 years from 1997 to 2000. Her knowledge enlightened many minds and led them towards the light, without which many could not have been where they are now. Due to some emergency, she isn't here with us today. Ma'am, we are missing your presence and the entire Montfortian family wishes you the best.
Now, I would like to acknowledge the contribution of Mrs. Siji Tankachan for her dedicated services. Mrs. Siji was the first of its assistant who was associated with this institute from 1997 to 1998. Due to some prior commitments, she is unable to be present today for this event. Ma'am, we are thankful for your expert services.
The legacy of an institution is its alumni that comes out of it and goes on creating other big things. Today, on this occasion of Silver Jubilee, it will literally be unjustified if I don't mention the name of the first enrolled students from the first batch of 1997. Indeed, the fledgling of our crew Montfort who are transformed to whiz kids. Therefore, being a Montfortian with a Montfortian fervour, I would like to request Mr. Anurag Valens to come up on the stage, and I request Reverend Monachan, Principal, St.Montfort School, Bhopal, to felicitate him. Presently, he is pursuing his Masters in Fine Arts at Virginia Commonwealth University and Art Qatar, and also freelancing his services as an information designer for various reputed news channels. So let's welcome him with a huge round of applause. With an immense pleasure of being a Montfortian, I would like to announce the name of Mr. Rushad G. Chatta, who did his robotic engineering for Carnegie Mellon University, USA. As of now, he is praised with one of the reputed company in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. Right now, Mr. Rushad could not make out his way possible due to prevailing pandemic scenario, but has conveyed his greetings.
Next, I would like to look forward to felicitate our guest of honor who has stamped his imprint on the exponential growth of a well-known public sector industry of Bhopal. He is none other but Mr. Rahul Bansal, General Manager, BHEL Bhopal. Let's welcome him among a huge round of applause. Dear sir, I consider it a great honor to welcome you on behalf of entire Montfortian family and request you to kindly come up onto the stage to receive a token of appreciation from our Reverend Brother Monachan, Principal, St.Montfort School, Bhopal. Thank you, sir, for your benign presence. On this momentous occasion, next, I cordially invite Mr. Sanjay Shrivas, Officer, CMS Office, Kasturba Hospital, onto the stage for felicitation. And I also request Reverend Brother Monachan to honor him with a shawl and memento. Let's welcome his presence among a huge round of applause. Dear sir, literally, you deserve a standing ovation for your excellent leadership skills in providing relentless and selfless services during the pandemic, whether it's a healthcare facility or provision of medical care to patients. Thank you, sir, for your gracious presence. Indeed, it means a lot.
With this, we have come to the end of the felicitation ceremony. Thank you, respected dignitaries, for doing the honors. It is an absolute pleasure to introduce a truly pious personality to you all. His Grace, Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, Archbishop, Emeritus of Bhopal. Your Excellency was born on March 14, 1945 in Kukunje, near the coastal city of Udupi in Karnataka, to late Mr. Valerian Cornelio and Mrs. Rose Cornelio. Besides being well acquainted with several Indian languages and English, he is also proficient in Italian, Spanish, French, German, and Indonesian. Almost towards the fag end of his second term as General Councillor, in 1999, Pope John Paul II appointed him as Bishop of Khandwa Diocese. As a dedicated shepherd, he promoted spiritual renewal in the diocese as well as the educational and social development apostolate to a great extent. Recognizing his qualities of leadership and commitment, in 2007 he was appointed as the Archbishop of Bhopal to shepherd the Church of Madhya Pradesh. His Grace Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, we are honored to have you here and we humbly request you to share some words of wisdom with the Montfortian family on this auspicious occasion of Yasharjan so that we can incorporate them into our lives and show the world what a true Montfortian can do. Hopefully, we'll be able to imbibe the values you give us in our lives.
Respected Provincial Superior, Reverend Brother James K.K, Brother Simon, the Superior of the Provincial House, Brother Monachan, the Principal, Father Davis, the Parish Priest, likewise respected provincial superiors, all the principals gathered here, guests of honor who are specially invited for this function, all the fathers, sisters, brothers, members of the staff, my dear students. I feel honored to be a part of this celebration. I have already expressed my sentiments during the homily, and I'm not going to be very long now, since you are probably getting late also. However, a few words on this special occasion, auspicious occasion, are in place. We know that our institutions excel in every respect, whether educational, healthcare, or social service, developmental, wherever the missionaries go in, because there is a missionary spirit. And these Montfort brothers definitely have that missionary spirit, and then they are somehow reaching out to the people who require the educational support. Einstein once said, well, as it happens in many institutions, doing the same thing and expecting the different results, it doesn't happen. But on the other hand, institutions that become creative, that become very motivated, they make progress. It is not so much the structural setting, but rather the commitment of the persons within, the staff and the students who are motivated in order to really be educated. It is not only the intellectual education, but also the character building that matters. And as Gandhiji once said, education without character is of no use, because such people who are educated only try to exploit others. What you need is character building, and this is what the missionary institutions are giving. That's why there is demand for our education institutions. And here in Bhopal, we are fortunate to have an institution of this sort. We know, we have just seen from the video how many awards they have received, how they are appreciated, and the dedication of the brothers that way surely is of very vital importance. The journey of 25 years they are completing, but at the same time the journey goes on. And as it is said, when you want to walk fast, you need to move alone. You can walk fast, but you will walk a shorter distance. On the other hand, if you want to walk far, walk together in a group, and the journey becomes very comfortable. And that is what our institutions are doing, getting the cooperation of all the people, all the staff members, the parents, as well as the students. And in this way, this institution and every institution in this way becomes a family, and the atmosphere that prevails becomes very enlightening in order to study and gain knowledge. So my dear friends, whoever is here, may we be enlightened by the Spirit rather than by just normal movements that we know, like a profession. Let us not take teaching as a profession, but as a service and as a mission. And Jesus has very beautifully said, and Gandhiji has repeated that particular saying, do unto others what you expect others to do to you. When you want enlightenment and knowledge, definitely we have to be ready to impart that knowledge and enlightenment to others, and in this way the society can grow and develop. May the values that Christ taught and the values that great leaders have taught us be somehow imbibed within, so that we are able to also inspire others. And may the Montfort brothers who are running their institutions here be sources of enlightenment and sources of inspiration. Once again, I would say a hearty congratulations to you, dear brothers, and may you continue your journey, and may God bless you. Thank you.
It was truly a pleasure to listen to your gracious words. I really must express my admiration for your message. All that you said has given us insight, and we will always keep it in mind. Thank you, His Grace, for visiting our school and encouraging the morale of our Montfortian family. Your mere presence is an honor for us, and listening to you is no less than a blessing.
As we celebrate the Silver Jubilee of St.Montfort School, Bhopal, it seems as we are laying a new foundation for a journey that has miles to go. And nothing marks a journey or a milestone quite like a cake. Cakes are special, and of course every celebration begins with something sweet. On this joyous occasion, I have an awesome piece of information to share with you all. This will surely lure the aura of today's celebration. And that is the birthday of our Reverend Brother James K.K. Happy birthday, brother. Wishing you a divine peace and happiness today and throughout life. May you be blessed with everything as wonderful and special as you are. So now it's time to cut the cake.
And to do so, I invite His Grace Dr. Leo Cornelio, Archbishop Emeritus of Bhopal, Most Reverend Brother James K.K, Provincial Superior Delhi Province, Father Davis Wherein, CMI Parish Priest MMC Bhopal, Reverend Brother Monachan K.K, Principal St.Montfort School Bhopal, Reverend Brother Binu Cherian, Vice Principal St.Montfort School Bhopal, Sister Greta, Headmistress St.Montfort School Bhopal, Coordinators, Sister Janie, Sister Angel, Mrs. Jyoti Vipannaya and Mrs. Shiny Joseph to kindly step forward for the cake cutting ceremony. I also request our charming choir members to sing a song to intensify the lingering audience of Yasharjan and celebrating of Yasharjan and celebrate commitment and benevolence. This is the celebrating of Yasharjan, celebrating commitment and benevolence, celebration of hard work, and celebration to achieve new milestone. Let's give a huge round of applause. It's Yasharjan, celebrating commitment and benevolence. So once again, I wholeheartedly thank all the eminent guests for joining us today in this gala event of Silver Jubilee celebration of St.Montfort School, Bhopal. Now I request all the dignitaries to take their seats.
Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. With this, I would like to call upon the one who is always ready to volunteer to burn the midnight oil when it comes to the quality of education for us. A man of distinct vision, a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, a dynamic leader whose leadership is reflected in all the developmental activities of our institute. Indeed, he is none other but our honorable principal, Reverend Brother Monachan K.K. Therefore, I would like to invite our principal to deliver the vote of thanks. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. 25 years of St.Montfort School, Bhopal have been an exhilarating and incredible journey, which had begun with a small team, has now grown into one of the best organizations in Bhopal for all the learning, growth, and opportunity to make an impact and upgrade with new possibilities. It's a great honor for me to be here with you on behalf of an institution to celebrate this milestone, the Silver Jubilee year 2022 of this institution. I stand before you to acknowledge my sincere thanks and gratitude towards all the esteemed and valuable guests and all the stakeholders who played their active part in helping us script a new story. I take this opportunity first and foremost to thank God Almighty for bestowing us with the power to do more. It was His grace and mercy that kept us going and helped us to be what we are today. It's a very rare occasion for me to thank all the people associated with the institution. With a heart full of gratitude, I wish to thank His Grace Most Reverend Dr. Leo Cornelio, our main celebrant, Archbishop Emeritus Bhopal, for blessing this occasion with his benign presence. Your prayers, blessings, moral support and encouragement at all times strengthen us to fulfill our mission. We thank you for accepting our invitation and being the main celebrant and for your inspiring message. On behalf of the entire Montfortian family, I thank you. My sincere thanks to our Provincial Superior Reverend Brother James K.K. for his gracious presence in our midst to grace this occasion today. He is always available for any need and ensures the growth and well-being of this institution. Dear brother, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. My heartfelt thanks to Reverend Father Davis, CMI, our parish priest. You were there always to support and help us. We thank you for being with us today and as part of this Holy Eucharistic celebration. I wish to thank Reverend Father Justin Akara, Provincial Superior CMI, and all the fathers who joined us today to celebrate our Silver Jubilee inaugural Holy Eucharistic celebration. Thank you all from the bottom of our heart. I am highly elated and proud to acknowledge the contribution of former principals, especially the presence of Reverend Brother Sri Ekenti, Reverend Brother Thambi Alex, vice principals and other brothers who contributed for the growth of St.Montfort School, Bhopal. I really feel strengthened by your prayerful support. I am grateful to you, dear brothers. I would like to express my gratitude to all the Reverend Headmisters, especially the presence of Reverend Sister Archana and Reverend Sister Kripa, who were always ready and willing at all times to render their help. Thank you, dear sisters. I would like to thank wholeheartedly our prized possession of this occasion, the first group of staff members, Reverend Brother Philip Tadatil, First Principal, Reverend Brother Joseph Gabriel, Administrator, teaching staff, Reverend Sister Francie, Reverend Sister Pushpa Maria, Reverend Sister Smita, Mrs. Shali Sam, Mrs. Amrita Tiwari, Mr. Roop Kumar Moses, Ms. Shaima Sukumaran, First Office Assistant Mrs. Siji Tangachan, and first students enrolled in 1997, Master Anurag Wallace and Master Rushad Chatta. I thank you all from the core of heart for your fruitful association with us to take this institution to celebrate this occasion. I thank all the members of the religious fraternity, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Brothers, Reverend Sisters, very especially the presence of Reverend Sister Genova, Provincial Superior, OSF, Reverend Sister Vandana, Prioress, OSB, and Reverend Sister Prabha, Provincial Superior, FCC, who have come from different places to grace this occasion of our Silver Jubilee Inaugural Day. Thank you all for your presence, encouraging support, and unconditional love for this institution. Special thanks to the presence of all special invitees, our parishioners who joyfully accepted to perform the entrance dance, parents, students being part of this joyful moment. Especially, I wish to thank the parents who allowed their ward to be part of this Silver Jubilee inaugural events. We thank you for your cooperation and support. My sincere thanks to the choir group for this prayerful and melodious song sang during the Holy Eucharistic celebration. Thank you, dear sisters, teachers, and students. I would like to very specially thank our staff members who helped in planning and preparing this wonderful program. Till 15th of January, we were practicing with the students. Suddenly, we had to cancel what we had planned for today. But with the support of our sincere, talented, and committed teachers, we decided to conduct this event. All that you have witnessed is the effort of our staffs. Thank you for working together to make this Silver Jubilee inaugural program successful. Well done, dear colleagues. I register my thanks to Sanskriti Films, Mr. Rajesh Mishra, and his team for providing the tent, sound, and lighting. Sincere thanks to Swami Catering for arranging today's dinner for all of us. And a very special thanks to Mr. Amo Gupta, our architect, and Mr. Patak. Patak is a very special person for me because I find him, whenever I am in need of him, he comes always available. Thank you, Patak sir, for being here, and Amokji for your presence. A special thanks to our coordinators, Sister Jaini, Sister Angel, Sister Greta, Mrs. Jodi Vipin Nair, and Mrs. Shiny Joseph for their constant support and intervention. Special appreciation goes to the comparing music, dance, decoration, and the participants. You have done well. Hearty congratulations to you all. Last but not the least, I wish to thank my core team, Reverend Brother Binu Cherian, Vice Principal, Mrs. Meenakshi Sharma, Mr. Samarpit, Mr. Ajay, Mrs. Samada, Ms. Gargi, Mrs. Sonali, and all the coordinators for their meticulous planning and executing for today's program well. My hearty congratulations to all. Thanks to all of you for your wishes and smiles. Our supportive staffs, including non-teaching staffs, office staffs, always go out of their way to make sure that everything is in order and ready for all our celebration here in school. Thank you all for your valuable contribution and cooperation and support. Once again, thank you, dear Bishop, fathers, brothers, sisters, friends, and well-wishers, and each and every one of you for making this day a memorable one to cherish the legacy of this evolving institution. Thank God for keeping us happy, healthy, and safe in this testing time. May God bless us all.
Let the gaiety ensue, hilarity pursue.
I would like to remark a sincere sense of gratefulness to our respected principal Monachan K.K. for always being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as a pillar of strength for student and staff. It was his vision and perseverance which made this opening Yasharjan an accomplished one amidst this tough time. Thank you, brother, for your stringent leadership and efficient guidance in making the institute reach till heights.
Let the gaiety ensue, hilarity pursue, and the vivacity hail. And the Montfort born in 90s may continue to subsist even for many, many years to come. Hail Montfort, hail, glory to thee. Bolster your virtues intact with sanctity. May the divinity of St. Louis Mary de Montfort shield us. May he shower his relentless blessings onto all of us.
Now let's feel this splendor of universe and the gaiety of being part of such an institution, to be fully thrilled and entwined with a single thread that binds us all together with the true Montfortian spirit. Finally, it's time to intensify our sense of belongingness to one and only our prestigious, the St.Montfort School, Bhopal, through a Jubilee Anthem. These anthems are meant to rouse the spirit of children and everybody associated with the institution. Not only this, it infuses us with the pride of being part of an institution, undeniably develops the feeling of loyalty and faith, which sums up of the word called Jubilee Anthem.
So here we go with the euphonious, though zestful Jubilee Anthem composed by the music maestro of our school, none other than our summer officer. And for the same, I request you all to be on your feet and take the position for the Jubilee Anthem. I humbly request our honorable dignitaries also to kindly join us and come forward for the Jubilee Anthem.
Besides the harmonious chirp of a bulbul, what else is melodious? You guessed it! This blissful Jubilee Anthem has got to be one of the most rejuvenating pieces of music we've had the pleasure to listen to. Thank you so much, respected teachers and my dear companions, for this lovely Jubilee Anthem. For every ending, there is always a new beginning, a new path, and a new adventure. Likewise, this is not the end, but the beginning of a plethora of activities that make their way to St.Montfort School. New adventures await all of us. We hope to see the pandemic end soon so that the aroma of blooming flowers can fill the garden of St.Montfort School again.
With great respect, I would like to thank you all for joining us today celebrating our journey of 25 years. Your presence has made this day memorable for the entire Montfortian family, and we are looking forward to see you again on 19th of November for the closing ceremony of Yasharjan. Celebrations are best if it is complemented by some scrumptious meal, as it is an amalgamation of joy, food and entertainment. Thus, on this momentous eve, on behalf of entire Montfortian family, I would like to request you all to kindly join us for dinner in the dining area. Have a safe trip home and have a great year ahead.